So yeah, there's your goddamn book, Curling. I mean, I've done like maybe a half an hour of actual game and then an hour and a half of reading a book, well, 2 books, which I don't regret. Worth it though. Hey, Livier, heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. Been working until I'm dead on my feet, getting ready for the signing ceremony. The closest city to Liberl is a place called Palm. Actually from there, by the way. Close to Bozo makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the Imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Urbonia, so I had to switch over to the railway system. And they will be highlighted and edited and uploaded as separate sort of little things as well. Like, I did see everyone, coming in. I saw Vlad, I saw Stormy as well, and I'm not surprised, Stormy, about with what you're saying with... They have said more than once, it's going to be worth actually playing it from the beginning. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun with story time. So, this is the office? Wow. Indeed! Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mula can totally cut you in half, you know. I apologize for the wait. Look, we'll see you now. Let's go then. And I kind of already knew in a way what the actual word was. It was how to say the word, what it was. Curly, I was like, how on earth do I say this word? Welcome to the Urbonian Embassy, yes? I am Lord Deville, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I am Estelle Bright at the Bracer Guild. Zen Fafik, also of the guild. I'm Chloe Rins, second year student at the Janish Royal Academy and assistant to the Bracers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivia Lenheim. You. I'd heard you gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mula further, Olivier, or me for that matter. My, such a strict dressing down. Much more I have to lose my jacket. Oh my. Setting that aside, you are here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind that letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? My, you are indeed. You are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact. And no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. So you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then? What other answer could there be? For my opinion, it's the opposition party and Calvar behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition doing whatever it pleases. This is the perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. I have to question that. Your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head any time they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think the mob thinks like that? Pah! Looking safe as certain that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance from me for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Cranach. May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Flawless riposte, Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gillilev Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto: our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He's overseen the... expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. An annex? Wait, you mean he...
Olivia, how could you criticize your empire's chancellor?
Oh, but DeVille, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over the Calvardian Embassy, and I have an appointment with Curling Master at the moment. I have a seat to attend to. She was quite helpful, you see.
What?
Why? If we don't help these people now, it'll give them cause to doubt the character of Abonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree?
My Lord Connor! There's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem. Point Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear is actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it.
Really? Okay.
It's all Riley's fault. It's never not been Riley's fault. Goddamn Belganese.
That's because he's looking forward to getting the injury right. It is like it's Riley making all the threatening letters to these guys. The mystery has been solved.
No, apparently he recommended to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. They just say it still, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire.
Yeah, looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions.
See, it is just as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere.
Oh, but, one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question.
It sounds Lord Connor about Renee's parents. Yes, a most pitiable situation, the separation of a child from her parents. Real traders do visit the embassy at times, but emerging from Crossbow, I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with his haywork, Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either.
Really? Aww. This is starting to look kind of grim.
The search of once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parents sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady.
Thanks, Mr. Lord Connor.
Allow me to show you to the gate, then. I imagine you must be having a difficult time trying to find the culprit. Though I suppose if there was some clue, any clue at all, we wouldn't be in the position we're in now. Still, don't hesitate to let us know if it can be of assistance. Do you have any books I can read? No. Okay. So yes, mandatory blaming Riley for everything and just, you know, everything has been done.
Thanks, Mueller. Working with the ambassador was a big help.
No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nation. We should be working together. Ha, indeed.
I do hope you can solve this. Huh? Olivia, you're awfully quiet. This is weird.
It's nothing. I was simply lost in Riviere for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind.
Okay.
Olivia, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Grand Cell. Yes?
Where else? I would not miss a chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed, as always. What? Oh, my.
Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole.
Ah, so that's the direction I should approach you from. You teach me more every day. Spear me, Daddy.
Alternatively, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain it to you, Lord Cranard.
That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. That's how you keep Olivia under control. Maybe I should write this down.
I'd say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I should pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation.
Thanks again, Mueller. Okay, looks like we got some daylight to burn still. How about we put the Liberl news aside for the moment and go to Gransale Castle instead? After you.
I would be shocked. Basically, I'm already thinking it's got to be the remnants of the intelligence division. They're the only ones I can think of it's going to be. It's either that or it's Ouroboros. One or the other.
As the season sales always take a dive, so I'm definitely not missing out on using a big event like the signing ceremony to boost that intake. Alright, we're gonna hold a big old pack signing memorial sale.
I do reckon that's what probably is what's going on. I also love that we're getting more and more like sort of story to do with Jaeger Corps and how dangerous they are and stuff like that too. I do appreciate that. I do indeed. Yeah, I do think it's her. Like, it's kind of almost makes sense that they should do something like that just to kind of confuse everybody. She's the type of person to do that. I have tried looking for the current Little Sister collection, but I haven't found them. They said they were going shopping, and I have not seen them anywhere.
Unless they buy the ice cream. Nah.
That's okay. I actually thought they'd be the old factory, but no. I'd like to think they're not in the fishing guild, but maybe. A non-aggression pact binding these three countries, a very powerful sounding idea. The time will come for we, the Fisherman's Guild, to open branches of the Empire and the Republic. When that time comes, we hope to proudly represent our values on an international scale like you braces. It's my little ambition. Fishing is a fight with nature. Even if you use everybody, your talent is common for things to not go as you think. That's what's so great about fishing. Lloyd, you goddamn freaking badass.
Ba 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 ba.
Like, I did check over here as well, but no, look, I checked like there too. Nothing. Nowhere. I feel robbed. It's fine though.
To the castle to see the queen!
Unless, of course, they're around here somewhere. I literally feel like I've looked everywhere.
Hey, you're the winners of the martial arts competition, right? Yeah, that's us.
Hey, thanks for your help out then.
No worries. What brings you here today? Are you here to see someone that can certainly be arranged?
Or do you just want to have a walk around the park? That's okay too.
Actually, I'm here on bracer business today. Which is to say, hello, Dan. Alutus, it's been a while.
Your Highness! Princess Claudia, we were not aware you returned.
Sorry to startle you two. I'm afraid I'm here in business, though. Estelle and I have some things in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please?
Of course, Your Highness. By your command, my lady.
Wow.
Only slightly popular, isn't she? Oh, my. Oh, I think I'm starting to get why that Duke guy's so jealous. Now enter ladies, Clandestine and their entourage. Open the gate. But you guys know that she's the princess, so you might as well just say that she's the princess. Please come in.
Thank you, you two. Well, Estelle, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in. Thanks.
I mean, she's not wrong, really. This is her house.
Okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask her about the letter and just say hi, but... Let's see, who else? Julia's gone, right? Yes, she's currently at Leicester Fortress overseeing the refitting of the Arcelli.
Well, that's going to make things a bit harder on us. Probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I wonder?
With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda. At least concerning Renee's parents. If the Haywards have ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. So where would we find them, you think? Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour. And Hilda, if she isn't in the maid room, they can at least tell us where she is at least. Good idea. Maid room and the Queen's chambers. Off we go.
Welcome to Grand Cell Castle. At the moment, Captain Schwartz of the Royal Guard is away.
Oh, the maid quarters? Go straight ahead for a while and you'll see a big entrance. The door to the right of that is the entrance to the maid quarters.
I saw this though. I'm afraid Captain Schwartz is near right now. He's currently stationed at Leicester Fortress for the change in the Arcelli's engine. I think that the already stated the Arcelli can go even further. I wonder what kind of ship it'll become. I wonder indeed. I do. The bestest ship. The greatest ship. My duties are slowly normalizing, but I'm still quite busy. As ever, there are still many inquiries of the citizenry about the coup d'etat. I'm in charge of various kinds of reparation, but there's just a mountain of problems to get through. I thought one of my lights had died again.
I imagine my wife's
enjoying non-stop fishing by now. At this rate, not only am I going to be worthless as a man, but my position as her husband will be in danger. Right, if I just train in secret, I'm sure I can catch up to my wife. Oh, you're the one who competes with his wife on who's the better fisher. We're still cleaning up after the coup d'etat. Right now, I'm investigating the intelligence division's budgets and their real expenses. From the looks of it, there are signs the budget was manipulated. Where could this money have gone to? Interesting. Oh, I mean, obviously it was probably to do with the excavation of the thing and building a lift. So, yeah.
Miss Estelle? And Miss Claudia, Mr. Zinn too? But pardon me, it's been quite some time.
Ha ha ha, it sure has.
Yeah, reminds me when you lent me your maid uniform, Shia.
Ooh, Estelle as a maid.
Yeah, it was to meet with the Queen. Oh, and Josh had to wear one too. She did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much.
Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia, so perfectly also portrayed as a maidservant. Ooh, noble endeavours besides. Noble endeavours both. I am sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet.
Oh right, Shia, do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mrs. Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up. The library, got it.
No problem, Beast Mode, no problem.
Ba ba ba.
Of course, the shifts. Why, Your Highness Claudia, I see you're most well today. May I ask what brings you to my humble kitchen? You're not gonna respond to him? That's rude. The head chef is incredible. It's crazy how many recipes that guy knows. Maybe he can get him to teach me a few. As we close the door leading into the sewers, we finally stopped getting so many rats in our storehouse. Really, the nerve they had to chew on food that people put so much effort to bring in. Nasty, nasty little creatures. Oh, I also finally watched the video that you posted as well, Stormy, to do with the rap god Fubiki over glasses. I relate.
What is it? I'm very sorry, but I'm busy cleaning here.
And I doubt anyone's in these rooms, but you never know. Much to wait. No books to read. I know which side the library is. I know it's on the far left. Why, Your Royal Highness Claudia, welcome home. Would you like something? I would be happy to prepare some tea. Once again, Claudia just ignoring the man. How rude. Red. I can't believe she'd do this.
It's such a relief that the Duke's staying over in the villa. After all, the Duke was always staring at people with those lecherous, dirty eyes.
Remember that time when the Duke invited Estelle to his bedchambers? I remember. Man, I remember.
Oh well, time to start cleaning the guest rooms. Since I'm done with the guest rooms, I'm off to help tidy the library.
Castle Blueprints, the 7 treasures, the full details of the 100 Days War. That's by Her Highness to compose a list of the books removed by the Intelligence Division. Well, they're investigating a curious selection. Wait a second. I mean, we know why the Castle Blueprints. The 7 treasures? Huh. Intriguing. I mean, the full details of the 100 Days War, that's also intriguing as to why they wanted full details on that too. Could be for any reason.
Princess Claudia and Miss Estelle too? Hello Hilda, I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi Hilda, sorry I've been out of touch. It's been quite alright. I'm glad to see you well.
They should just do it. I mean, they could always just keep Japan segregated if they need to, in all honesty.
I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I am very glad to see the two of you home safe. Aw, Hilda! You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. If I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however, let us borrow a guest room.
I mean, you're not wrong about the cultural differences, though. Like, I can't imagine, like, what goes on in Limsa goes on in the Japanese Limsas as much as it does over in ours.
Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation that letter we received, then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be? That's it exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it is not the work of anyone in this castle.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we kind of figured that one. Who is the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I checked all the letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that.
Ah, pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? One's critical of raw decisions, for example.
Ah, well. Hilda, please, help us for my sake if no one else is. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions per se. They were largely petitions to reduce our annual or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some of them are from citizens of Grand Cell, but the rest I cannot be sure on. People want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his capture and shaming. The Colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him.
I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of the raw hand is one thing, trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether.
Well, still, even knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I want to ask about something else.
Estelle asked Hilda about the Hayworths.
Oh, Harold Hayworth? Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell? Yes, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey!
Alas, this proves us with little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone.
Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? Their child greatly enjoyed the tour, however. The parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed ever tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain.
Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something was on their minds, alright.
Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble, even then.
This may give us a clue as to where they went.
Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gives us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of any help. Oh, Princess, you'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust. And if your friends lack accommodations... I had intended to stay here while in Grand Cell, yes, but, you know, well, how about it, everyone?
Ah, you forget they're expecting me to be a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, and I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I got to decline this time.
I should probably ask Sharon and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Renee too. Ah, that's true. It sounds like she loves the castle. Sleepover! I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda. Not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please, let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me.
Damn, Hilda is like quite the boss.
Okay, so we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right? Yes, I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
Let us not keep her waiting then. I will serenade her under the moon. Yalalaliho. Good evening. Wrong way. I should probably go pee soon as well. Especially after reading all those books and everything, it's like, oh my god. But after meeting the Queen. I'm gonna pour myself a drink. Oh, what's the widget like on the phone? I literally had to think for a second there. I know there's been some hype on X at the moment. God, I hate saying that. I mean, it's Twitter, but still. Because, like, Fontaine, like the 4.0 patch for Genshin is being, well, not releasing this week, but they're doing the live stream for it. And they'll be showing off Fontaine almost fully, pretty much.
I do still need to get on and do things. Oh, that's nice. That's kind of cute. Oh, man. The memory is here. This is where Joshua kissed us and then paralyzed us with poison. And then he eloped with Curling Master because he's a better catcher than Estelle. I can't believe he did this. I can't believe he did this to Estelle. Please, pass through. Why, Lady Claudia, looking for Her Majesty, the Queen. She's currently resting in her room. Stop the copium, Estelle. No! No! Only sadness. Nice. Yo, Queenie, where are you? Ah, you finally arrived. Huh? Grandmother? Tree! But Sieg? I see. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes. Let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you're always welcome so long as I remain queen. Once Chloe becomes queen, you can start off. Your father explained everything, not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden. Oh, thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. So I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained a new steel since we met last, Estelle. Mr. Valvik and Mr. Lenheim, both of you, of course, are also welcome in my home, especially you, Mr. Lenheim, and your sturdy, manly blondness and your ample figurine that you have with you, your luscious singing voice as well. Please, woo me more. You make me feel young once again. Let us retire to my chambers, Olivia. I shall have some tea prepared for the rest of them, so they may leave us alone. Ah, so you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated to the case to see if we can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? Especially someone within Liberl. Claudia, what do you think? Me? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. I don't believe there is any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of these letters. Maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same. Sorry, but I don't quite follow. Alan, Colonel Richard was not the only man who approved of the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion, like the intelligence division guys still on the run? That would be the short of it, yes. If that is the case, then I would say I bear responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place, after all. Grandmother, I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all blah, let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers. No. There are a few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and a war footing do so out of a love for Liberl and its people. They have as much right to express their idea as any of us have ours. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility. Oh.
No, in that case, I rather doubt they'd actually try to stop the ceremony, yes?
Assuming the letter is from the expansionists, yes. That's quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice of all knowledge. Oh, rats!
Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question. Do you want to be, shall I be the top or the bottom? I'll stop, I'll behave now.
Of course, Olivier. Whatever you wish.
It writes itself. Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now of all times? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others.
Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know. It's all right, Estelle. Olivier has a point. The plans and proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The crossbow issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope this can help.
It's been pretty efficient so far. As I mentioned earlier, I've kind of gotten like quite a lot of my stuff done. I want to, at least during my time of work, get up to, because at the moment in DaVinci, which is the program I use for editing, I've got up to episode 28 or part 28 of this out of 53. So today I deleted up to from part 12 to part 28 on my YouTube, because I already got them downloaded anyway. Try to get those finished during this time period as well. But I'm also planning to kind of get recorded some of the things which I've always wanted to do, which is like, you know, like in 14, there's that Eorzea, that Tataru handbook they brought in with 6.0, and as well as also the field notes and other stuff like that too. I've always wanted to just kind of do like, not really dramatic readings per se, but readings of them anyway. One thing I've always been like sort of stuck on doing is getting like, say, what would be considered appropriate B-roll footage for them. But I'm just going to record them, and then I might try and sort B-roll at some other point. Maybe. Sometimes I feel like, oh man, is it really going to be worth the effort? But I'm like, nah, I'm going to. And that's why I also did my whole, not one of the main reasons why I did my whole book reading thing earlier. I wanted to do it because I said I would do. But I'm going to be more true to myself and actually do that sort of stuff too, because I like doing those. And I want to do the same thing with Star Rail as well. And even if I do, like, say, the light cones, they can be just shorts. Which is like, yeah, that's fine. That ain't a problem. It's like, well, you know what? There might not be a very big audience out there for that sort of thing, but maybe there might be as well. Maybe there'll be some people out there who might enjoy listening to this Brit, you know, do the little lore readouts and whatnot and rambling on while they're doing stuff in the corner. Who knows? I don't know. In for a penny, in for a pound. There's plenty of stuff there that's open and stuff for me to do, so I'm going to go with it, you know.
Crossbow, that's where Rene's from, isn't it? Yes, it lies due northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains and directly between Urbonia and Calvard. Both the Republic and Empire claim it should be part of their governments, and some Crossbellans want total independence. It's quite a mess.
Crossbow is basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it just got called the crossbow problem.
I see. Boy, no wonder people get worked up about it then.
Crossbow is where we go in Zero, by the way. Ah, so your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pack, then?
You continue the analogy. It is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. But I also, part of me also feels like it's not a great idea as well, because anytime I've ever mentioned anything along these lines of what I, plan to do with that sort of thing on that, it's just like, it's always met with stone cold silence. It's like, all right, enough of that crazy idea, Robsy. We'll move on with something else. Like, oh. It's okay for people to have opinions if they think it's a good or a bad idea. I was on about doing like, like how one of the things I've always wanted to do is like my little readouts and stuff like that. For like on the YouTube side, like basically what I did with the storybooks earlier, but like say with Final Fantasy 14 with the lore book they have in that game and the other things as well. Stuff playing with Honkai Star Rail and maybe even Genshin Impact potentially as well. Just as like being out those outserts and then just putting B-roll over the top of it for shits and giggles. I think there's a lot of good stuff in there that, a lot of people are just going to overlook and not read because it's a lot of stuff to go through. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people remember Liberl spurred it on. Oh, you did? I must have missed that then. I'm sorry. Yeah. But it's like I look at the light cones and stuff like that. I'm thinking, man, they're only like short, but I can just be like, I mean, I'm gonna not just do the real. Like, for example, if I read out a light cone, just as an example in Star Rail, I'll be like, this light cone, in my opinion, is a good one for this character, that character, and that character. Like, or best, more suitable for. Like, for example, the one from the banner. That one, I think it's a good one for I mean any of the hunt really, but I feel like it probably shines a bit more when it comes to Yanqing and maybe even Sushang as well, because of you get straight up crit, as well as also the fact that you can debuff the enemy as well when you crit, and both of those you kind of want like a fair amount of crit on, and they hit several times, so it's like quite good for those, whereas maybe for Dan Heng and Sealy, maybe not as good. Speaking of, my Sealy is now 48% chance to crit with 151% crit damage. Rini got to see one of my new helmets I got earlier today, which was very, very good. I do want Fushuan as well. Like, I'm getting Kafka. I'm gonna save after Dan Heng. I have a feeling Dan Heng is gonna be the first one. If it's anything they've done with the current banners, although then again we got no. The new character will always be on the second banner, rather than the first banner, because they've done this. They did the same with 1.1. Lewis Shaw was the second banner, and obviously with the current one as well, Kafka's getting Luca, and then other stuff too. I do wish that my luck was that good, but I mean, I'm simping for that banner anyway, plus including the light cones as well, because I could do with those light cones. I want the birds of prey as well as also her one, and then I can always give that one which I made to Luca, but it's going to be interesting to see how Luca works, in all honesty. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Liberl spurred it on. I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberl was far more of a fool's errand than I'd ever even imagined. That much at least, it's painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Oh wait, Crossbow Renegade, duh. Sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but I'm actually more excited now that obviously Crossbell's being mentioned and the fact that it is literally the next game on the list we're going to. Thank you once again, Tyranny. Estelle asked Queen Alicia about Rene's parents. My goodness. A child abandoned by the royal villa? I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems. I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty. No, I'm very sorry, but I do not. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her? Yeah, we did. Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely. I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whatever you need. Oh, thanks.
From my understanding as well, is Crossbell is basically like Luxembourg. As in, it's Luxembourg with one city, pretty much. Like it is seen as another continent, but it's pretty much almost just one city, give or take.
Thanks. Grandmother, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately. But, don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say, I think. It's okay. Olivier, I'm completely okay with him being your new grandfather. He will be the new king of our nation, and there's nothing you can do about it, Chloe. You refused to have his hand in marriage. He's my man now. You will be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then, once you are no longer busy. All right.
My goddess, such royalty. I would say she's the only person on the continent with that sense of balance. Yeah, sort of feels weird to say coming from a democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. I kind of envy Liberl, to be honest.
Of course. She's the queen after all.
Yeah, don't put pressure on Chloe.
Chloe, what's wrong? It's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her. Oh.
Princess, when did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne?
She was 20 if I recall correctly.
And may I ask your age?
And sizes? I'm 16, but what?
My point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you were not even as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I see a little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now. Wouldn't you agree? Man. Olivier, just keep being the best boy, don't you? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like, say, Walter, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time. Don't worry.
Olivier, Zin. Thank you, really. Good job, you two. Chloe's going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you get good with pep talks as you get older, huh?
Get older? How rude! I'm a fresh, youthful 25-year-old. How could you do this to me? 5 years younger than Zin here, even. You're 3 years older than Shara. You're one to call out someone on being rude, Olivier.
Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and grandmother both. Yep, back to town then, I guess. Yes, let's be off.
Character growth in my video game? No way. Oh yeah, the latest one I was editing as well is where the orphanage was getting burnt down. I'm about like halfway through that one because I got distracted by watching the zombie bucket list animate. Really fucking good if you haven't watched it, by the way. My god, it just gets better and better. Really good first episode, and it just it's awesome. And it's like, I'm just thinking, I think I know what I'm gonna name the title of this one, which is "Oh no, plot's happening." Because it's just this moment, I'm like, "Oh no, plot," and then you just see Sparkles, "Oh no, plot." Everything was happy until then, pretty much.
evening already. Time does fly when you're having fun. Niall should be back by now, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
Alright, let's get over to the newspaper then. There's one thing I noticed as well while I was reading that epic fucking saga where it's like, let's just put it this way, okay? There are basically 10 books, I believe, if I'm right, if I remember correctly. I literally read over 100 pages. I read like what would be the equivalent of a child's book. Well, but some books actually, I think like some books actually are just 100 pages. I literally read a novel to you. You be grateful. My throat. But yeah, when I was reading that anyway, back to what I was saying is it got me thinking because they mentioned the red eyes. And I do ponder if that is something to do with Jaegers. But what's interesting is that the one with the silver hair also has red eyes. And I'm pretty sure the faceless guy, his eyes were kind of bright red as well, I think. Just like, I wonder if there's a link there or not. I definitely think it's something to do with like drugs or whatever, like combat enhancements that they give them. Because the thing is the Carnelia is both a book where I'm thinking it started off like a very cool detective noir novel, but then it kind of very much dived into almost like an autobiography. But it was still pretty cool. I liked it. Now then, the time's come around, so I'm going to call it a day. The reporters are always here late. Must be hard. Always feel a bit bad for leaving before them every day. But yeah, I put markers as to where I did my little story bits. I'm going to have those as separate highlights. And I'm going to have everything else, obviously, their own thing. The only thing that's annoying about that is literally the beginning. Well, there's going to be a very short episode where we speak to the Calvarian embassy, but yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Oh, Estelle, Nard just got back.
Really?
Yeah, he's upstairs in the reference room. That expression's one he wears when he didn't get a scoop.
The Imperial Ambassador and the Republic Ambassador. I've interviewed both of them. They're pretty weird if you ask me. They never talk about the important thing. Especially Ambassador Cronach of the Empire. His comments were absolutely imprintable. There he is. Hey, Niall, hello.
Who in the hell? Well, what do you know? You guys, how you doing?
Good day, Niall.
Pardon our intrusion. Oh, it's the bard guy and, your highness. Good day to see you, yeah. You have Zinnia Mooble of Calvard with you. You got kind of a gang going here, Estelle.
A lot of stuff's happened since we met last. How'd your coverage of the election in Ruin go?
Damn well, that's how. Got the article done thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of, what brings you by today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy Niall?
Well, actually, we're the ones who'd like to know something. We heard the Liberl News received a threatening letter.
You guys are investigating that thing? I figured the military would have been taking care of that one.
We're working on requests from the military, actually. So do you know anything?
Well, I just got back to the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything.
That's real helpful, Niall.
Come now, you're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue as to who our villain is. I don't have time for this.
That's a bit impolite, you two. Niall, I know this is a lot to ask, but please, if you know anything at all, share it with us, please.
Whoa, hey, your highness, you don't need to lower your head to me. But right, fine. Okay, so this is off the record, but we ain't the only ones who got a letter, not even close. Leicester Fortress got one. Then the Cathedral, the Airship Company, the Hotel Roban. And then both emissaries, Gransell Castle and the Urbe Royal Villa all got one too. There are 9 letters in total. Huh? They're wrong?
Niall, We heard that from the military already.
What? Damn it, that was my big scoop for the day.
Yeah, doesn't look like we're gonna get much out of this. Yeah, time to move on, I think.
Now you'd wait just 1 second, Missy. You keep talking like that and not Burton, star reporter for the Liberl News, gonna have a name worth a pot of crap. Alright, let me tell you, let me let you know my tale of this whole mess.
Well, okay.
You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine, listen up. Here's the short of it. My gut tells me there's some kind of huge prank. The threats ain't real.
We'd thought of that too.
You sound awfully sure, though. Mind telling us why you're so convinced. Okay, trick is, I've covered terrorist threats like this before, right? But with this, there's no reality to the threats. Threats only work and have power if they describe or at least imply something nasty that's gonna happen, see? These letters have exactly none of that.
Mr. Burns does have a point, and I'm running late for my date with Curling. Please, Mr. Burns, I have to go. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of specific terror.
Exactly. I've got a hunch this ain't about stopping the Sunday ceremony at all. It's more about getting people worked up over a threat than sitting back and watching the fireworks.
I see, that's kind of a good point. There is some sense behind it. I'm still bothered by the fact that so many letters were sent though. And each and every one was sent to a place involved with the ceremony.
And involved with the coup d'etat as well, kind of. I mean, each person is involved in some way or another in our party too, so yeah. Yes, for a prank, whoever did this seems to know a lot about what's happening. Yeah, that does seem kind of true on the surface. Think about it though, well that info would be pretty hard to find with a little digging. Well, pretty easy to find with a little digging, so not hard. Yeah, hell, I knew about those places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm gonna be working this on the assumption that it's a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns about it being a real threat and we can compare notes later, huh?
Yeah, good idea. Thanks, Niall, that actually helped a lot.
Damn right it did. Just stop by if you want to drop stories. I'll be sitting around here until the pack's signed.
Okay. Oh, speaking of sitting around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere.
Alright, she's off work in the Bose region. I sent her snacks and photos.
What, for a special of some kind?
Yeah, related to the Royal Army. You remember that old fort the Sky Bandits were using as a base, right? The one you guys busted. Yeah, I'm decided those rats had the right idea and have claimed and repurposed it as a training facility. They're on an airship pilot training out there now.
Oh, okay, neat. So should we have to get coverage off the base then?
That's the idea, yeah. I was a little worried about sending her out on her own, but gotta do it sometime.
Dorothy out on her own, huh? Scary.
Oh, wait. No.
Oh, wait, duh. Speaking of girls out on their own.
What's up? So explain the situation with Renee's parents. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell. Never heard of the guy. Pretty sure he's never been in our class fields. Classifieds, or I want to call him either.
Figures.
But hey, this is part of the job, right? You guys are totally stuck, I'll help you out. You could put him up on the classifieds if you want. I even have a few people in Crossbell I could poke.
Thanks, Niall.
That's gonna come to us in zero.
You're way more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to upgrade my opinion of you.
Ah, of course you do. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Was I not reliable before?
Just kidding.
Alright, let's get back to the guild house then. Charizard should be back by now. Hopefully, yes.
Thank you again, Niall.
Ah, it's no big deal. Come by again anytime. And one thing I've been pleased about as well, which is it's a small sort of personal note for me, is as I've been going through the editing, my God, I actually have been able to somehow make a slight difference in the voice between Chloe and Estelle, enough where I can tell that I'm doing two different ones. Because sometimes I feel like they're the same. Girls' voices are difficult because I'm a man. I'm a manly man. Wah. I also did feel a little bad since, you know, I had an almost, basically a 5-year free tier. So I was like, I'm currently doing story. I can't ignore, but I also can't stop.
It's alright. Janjix doesn't normally stay around for long anyway, bless him. We're back! Welcome back. Sorry, I know we're a bit late. Hey, where are Tita and Rene? They returned just before you did. I believe they're enjoying the spoils of our hard-fought shopping campaign on the second floor. Sounds like they had fun. Anyway, we've got a lot to report. Yes, please.
I know he's a playable character in third chapter.
I see. Sounds like you had a fairly productive day then. I guess we didn't do anything. We didn't get anything decisive though. Sheriff, did you find anything? I managed to find a very large pile of nothing.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh my god, I forgot to log in with my thing, so with the redemptions. Fuck! I can't believe I forgot to do that. What the fuck? What the hell? That's just like, no. TLDR is they're doing some Twitch drops for Baldur's Gate 3, and obviously really say they freaking look sexy underwear instead. Just they look terrible. They're just bright purple. No, thank you. No fucking thank you. Oh god. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to check as well to see if I did manage to fix it. Nope. Nope, for some reason it still does both of them. I don't know why it does it. Ah, that's so annoying.
The hotel, the cathedral, the airship company. No one had the slightest clue as to who would send such letters. Leader of the airship company is definitely afraid the sender might demand money next. There haven't been any follow-up letters though to anyone. Damn, doesn't really narrow things down much. How likely do you think it is the society's behind all this? I don't think we can safely say that at this point.
Okay, if you can actually have like say an outfit where it like doesn't, like say for example that outfit is just like a costume and doesn't mess up the way you look, in terms it doesn't mess up your armor wearing, then I guess I could wear that blindingly purple outfit all the time. I don't feel like I want to, but I could.
I don't think we can safely say that at this point. Their primary focus up till now has been experimenting with those bizarre gospel orbments they possess. As we know, the Gospels can create phenomena otherwise unimaginable.
Those deliverers certainly haven't shown an ability to create threatening letters from... those devices certainly haven't shown an ability to create threatening letters from nowhere, however. Yeah, this doesn't seem likely that it matches this. This doesn't really seem like it matches the society's MO.
I guess Rune and Zeiss just have me on edge.
No, it's perfectly understandable.
Regardless, I think we can safely say we've done our part. I'll compile all your testimonies into a report. Can I ask you to deliver it to Colonel Sid at the Ouroboros Villa tomorrow? Sure. We didn't find the sender in the end, so I kind of feel bad, but I guess it's all we can do. Oh, Urbe, right. Shera, did you find anything out about Rene? I did. I did have some results on that end, though not in the way I expected. Let me start with the hotel. The Hayworths, all three of them, definitely stayed there for about 2 weeks. They kept the same room for the entire time in a fairly typical tourist fashion. It was only just this morning that they checked out. Okay. I then visited the cathedral. It seems the Hayworths came to worship a number of times before they were here. However, the father's administrator to them said he felt there was something off about their behaviour. That they seemed distracted during prayer, specifically. that would match with what Miss Hilda said. Yeah. And finally, the airship company. That's where things get very strange. Strange? How so? Their names are Harold, Sophia and Renee Hayworth from Crossbell. Yes. There are no records of anyone matching those names, nor that nationality, and the records go back 6 months. No way, but... That is a mystery! Though perhaps they travel by land. They absolutely did. We saw them come by land. Like, we saw them traveling at one of the checkpoints, so they must have come by land. She must have. I mean, I guess we can go ask Renee herself. Estelle? Remember what Renee said when we met her at Airleton? Which about seeing a lake when the airship landed. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's right. Troubling. They're playing on my freaking memory there. It's possible they were travelling under assumed names. Assumed names? Why would they? They may have something to hide, or they may have been hiding from someone. Either way, they must have known something was wrong before they set out. I've contacted every guild branch in the country about Renee's parents. For the moment, all we can do is wait for more information to come in. As for Renee herself, I think it'd be best if she stayed in the care of the guild for now. Yeah, I'd feel terrible if she got wrapped up in something. Could you leave her with me, maybe? Oh no. This mission feels kind of personal now. I was going to suggest that, actually. Thank you. The guild will pay for everyone's lodging while you're in Grand Cell, naturally. That includes Renee, so don't worry. Thanks, Elnan. Oh, wait, speaking of staying the night, we might actually need that tonight. You see... Estelle told Cher about the invitation to stay at the castle. My, that's quite an invitation. It is. Honestly, I'd absolutely love to stay there again, but I'm afraid I'll need to decline this time. It will be far easier for the guild to reach at least one of us at the hotel. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Might hear something about Renee's parents. I guess I should stay at the hotel too then. Sorry, Chloe. No, don't worry. I'll explain the situation to Hilda. I'm sure she won't mind. Zin and I are to stay at our respective embassies. The princess shall retire to her castle naturally. So that means you two and the girls will be staying at the hotel then. Parting on these terms would be dreadfully dull. Since we're all together this evening, shall we enjoy a nice dinner at the bar? Good idea. You know, I'd actually like to hear you play the piano again, Olivia. It's been a while. We did speak to the waitress there, and she asked him to play the piano again. Ah, sweet maiden, you know just how to pluck my heartstrings. Have you come to appreciate a mature flavour at last, I wonder? I'm going to snap those heartstrings if you keep it up. Snapping or no, we should get going. With a group this large, it'd be hard to find seating. Alright, let's call the girls and be off. I mean, Shara could always sit on Olivia's lap. I mean, that sorts out some seating problems. That evening, Estelle's group and Renee had dinner at the Sunnybelt Inn. Olivia, as if it was second nature, took to the piano after a few drinks. Ultimately, even Mueller and Niall were called to come and join. And so passed a pleasant evening in Grand Cell. Okay, let's split up here then. Chloe, be careful on your way home. It's not that far. I think I'll be fine in the capital. Miss Chloe, you live in Grand Cell? Yes I do. I'll be staying at my grandmother's house. Well, if you'll pardon me. Have a good night, Chloe. Good night, Chloe. Guys, it's been a while since I've done tears. Chloe is definitely so. She's incredibly, suspicious. She's definitely up to crimes again. Wow, that was one heck of a party. Olivia even dragged poor Mueller into it. And who was it that dragged poor Mr. Burns into it all? Not that he seemed to mind. Well, I figured, what the heck? Renee, did you have fun? Yeah, I did. The food was good and everyone was talking about neat stuff. Man, I just had a right image in my head then. There he is, Joshua tied up in the basement from a ball gag and everything. And there's Chloe just like donning everything that she needs to, obviously. It's like, oh no, that is where Joshua is. Oh God. She's arrived and everything.
The food was good and everyone was talking about neat stuff. Oh, the piano music was really pretty too. Yeah, Olivia was really good at it. I was kind of surprised. Well, he's not all hot air when he calls himself a travelling performer, I guess. Sure you want to duck out already, Shara? Some of the others are still having a lot of fun. Professional courtesy, Estelle. If I stayed, you know I'd just drink them under the table. Since we do have work tomorrow, I thought I'd cut out early and spare them the pain. Fair enough. Let's get our hotel rooms then.
Hi! How dare she do this? But thank you anyway for the gifted sub, I guess.
Pardon, are you the braces and company we are expecting?
Ah, Rain gifted me a sub. I mean, thank you anyway. What's she returned to? Is she on Guild Wars 2 or is she on 14? I'm assuming some Guild Wars 2.
Pardon, are you the braces and company we were expecting? Forgive me, but we were unable to secure a 4-person room for you. Would you be willing to accept a pair or 2-person room?
Oh, sure. How do you want to split them up, Shara?
I'm fine with any arrangement. Set it up however you please.
I want to be with Miss Estelle. You've been busy with work, so we haven't had any time to talk at all. No fair, Renee. I wanted to be with Estelle too. And you should have said so sooner, Slowpoke. And what if all three were staying in the same room? We could share a bed. No, that's okay. I'll let you borrow Estelle for tonight, Renee. Thank you, Tita.
I think I just got horse traded. You do have a way with the ladies, Estelle. Well, that leaves the two of us, Tita. How about I show you a few tarot card games before we settle in for the night?
Okay.
Fucking precious.
Oh wow, this room isn't like the one I stayed in with Papa and Mama. There's a big building outside the window. Oh.
So Joshua and I have to share this room for— No, memories! Memories!
Miss Estelle, what's wrong? Nothing really. More importantly, I'm sorry, Renee. We couldn't find your Papa or Mama today. It's okay. Papa and Mama promised they'd come get me. They don't need to search so hard. But Papa and Mama are very good at hide and seek. Not as good as me, of course, but I'm still good. But I don't think you'll find them very easily. Is that right?
Well, I won't try so hard to find them, but only if you're okay with it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's for the best. But never mind that right now. I have 2 big favours to ask of you.
Oh? What's up?
I can't tell unless you promise to do them ahead of time.
Yikes, did your papa teach you to drive a bargain like that? Okay, sure. If it's something I can do, I promise I will. She's just a big sister.
Really? Yay! First thing is, can I call you Estelle from now on?
Huh? Call me?
Oh, you mean drop the whole Miss part? Yeah. Tia gets to call you Estelle at the time, so I don't want to have to call you Miss Estelle.
Is that right? Oh, right, I don't mind. I never stood that much in formality anyway, and it's not like I'm your teacher or anything.
So you really don't mind? Estelle? Oh, I love it.
Glad you like it. Call me Estelle as much as you want, Renee.
Okay, Estelle. That makes me happy.
Aw, that's good.
And now for my second task. I wish for you to assassinate the Queen. What?
So, what was the other thing, Renee?
Yeah, well... Can you tell me why you were so surprised when we came in the room? You had this really sad, lonely look on your face. I want to know why. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. See, I've actually stayed in this very room before with someone else. Stepping in here just reminded me of him, who's my first true love, and then he abandoned me in the fucking castle. Basically stomped on my heart, threw me outside, and just trampled over my feelings. Just like Mushoku Tensei right now.
Really? Was it your love? Was it your love nest?
No, not quite. He's someone I've known for a really long time. We've gotten very close, but, well, it's complicated. We're not together right now, though.
Oh, well, what kind of man is he, huh? What's his name? What did he look like?
Yikes, questions. His name is Joshua. He has black hair and amber eyes and he's pretty handsome, I guess. You also have amber eyes. I just noticed this. Actually, you'd really call him more beautiful than handsome, really.
Huh? Beautiful?
Let's just say he made a great princess in a certain play. Ah, I love the play. In fact, it looked amazing on him.
Wow, that sounds fun. Can I meet him? When are you going to see him again, huh?
I don't really know, actually.
Oh. You don't know when you'll see him again, but then that's why you look sad, right?
Sort of, but I'm okay. I'm gonna find him and drag him back home, even if it takes years.
But why did you seem so sad?
Well, because I'm sure Joshua's off somewhere, in way over his head. And I can't do anything to help him, that makes me sad, I guess. Sorry, Renee. This must be pretty boring since you don't know Joshua at all.
No way, it's neat. Joshua's a real wonderful person, huh?
Wonderful. Actually, right now, I think he's a bit of a jerk. I mean, talk about selfish ways of saying goodbye, taking my foot first.
Huh? First what?
Nothing at all. Okay, yep, I'm all tired. Time to go to sleep.
Hey, not fair. I'm not going to sleep until I hit the whole thing.
Boy, I messed that one up. Flares. After that, Estelle and Renee went to bed, but remained awake for a little while talking about various things. Eventually, once she could hear nothing but Renee's slow, peaceful breathing, she smothered her with a pillow so no one would find out what her secret is. Estelle gave in to the exhaustion which had been piling up on her eyelids and fell into sleep herself.